Hey, what's up, guys? Carry on about the video, and today I'm going to do my What If series. What if Hinata was on Team 7, Part 4? So, um, in the last part, in Part 3, there, we see Naruto, Sakura, or no, Naruto, Sasuke, and Hinata. We're mostly waiting for Akashi there. Naruto is getting pissed off. He's like, "Oh, he's running late there," and stuff like that. And then mostly Hinata's like, "Oh, he's just running late, Naruto." So technically, he was definitely running late there. Technically, they were talking about that. Mostly, they get selected by the Chunin exams there. Kamamaru there was actually saying, "Hey, boss, you want to play ninja with us and stuff." And mostly, Kamamaru says, "Oh, he's like, hey, boss, that's your girlfriend." Hinata's face gets red there, and stuff like that. And then mostly Sakura came over and said, "Oh, that's childish playing ninja and stuff." And mostly, and then she wanted to beat up. She wanted to beat up Naruto there, and Hinata was trying to calm her down and stuff like that. And mostly, Komaru called her made fun of her forehead. She was chasing him down. Technically, Kokoro, he mostly bumps into Kokoro there. He's like, "Who is this little shrimp there?" And technically, then they're like, "Oh, let him go there" and stuff like that. And then mostly Sasuke throws a pebble at at Kokoro there and stuff. That still happens like in the original series. So technically, they had the Chunin exams there. They go to the Chunin exams, mostly Sasuke and Hinata there. Actually, no, that was a Genjutsu door. Neji was actually come over and he's like, mostly Hinata was like, "Oh, hey there, brother Neji," and stuff like that. And then mostly he's like giving Sasuke the evil eye. He's like, "Wait, why are you looking at me?" and stuff like that. That's what he was actually saying there. And then he's like, "Well, Hinata, you need to." He's like, "This is." He's like, "Who was this there?" And she's like, "Oh, that's Sasuke Uchiha and stuff." And he's like, "Oh, Sasuke Uchiha." So they technically go off there. Um, the exams play out the same there. I really doubt we'd be going after Yanta in that version because we all know in the original series about freaking. I totally forgot to say this in the last part. Yanta, our lead, will not go after Yanta at that point. um, Technically, they do their exams there. Technically, they go to Naruto saying, "Believe it, I know," and stuff like that. So technically, he noticed the test there and he believed it and stuff. It happens like in the original series. Mostly they go into the Forest of Death there. They get the Heaven and Earth scroll there, and that's where part 3 ends. So let's go into part 4. So we're going to part 4 in the Force of Death there. So, um, mostly they open up the gates there. They're like open up the gates and everybody was like scattering there. And then we do see Naruto's like, "Let's do this, guys. Believe it there." And mostly Naruto's like, "Yeah, let's do this there and stuff." And technically they go off to they go to the forest there. Uh, so technically, Naruto there, uh, he has to mostly take a leak there and stuff, and then he's like, "Oh, I had to go take a leak, guys," and stuff like that. He's like, "I have to use the restroom and stuff." Like not like it had like soccer in the original version, like punching Naruto. Thinking Hinata's like uh, looking at him, it's like and stuff like that, and freaking Sasuke punches him, and he's like, "Yo, don't go over there. There's a lady looking right now." Naruto, he's like, "Oh God, oh fine, Sasuke." And then mostly they had his, the uh, taking a whiz, the fake Naruto comes back, and then technically Sasuke and Hinata freaking knew who he was. They're like, mostly Hinata mostly activated her Byakugan there. She's like, that's not the real Naruto there, Sasuke. He's like, you're right. And then mostly they take on the guy, they beat his ass, and then he flees there. Naruto comes back, and that actually was. He's like, wait, what actually happened, guys, and stuff like that. And he's like, technically, we were under attack there and stuff. And they're like, oh wait, we were under attack, and then Naruto's like, yeah, we were under attack there. So, stuff plays out the same until we get to Orochimaru. So Orochimaru comes, he's like, hey, my precious here. And mostly he was mostly tending to be the Crash Ninja, mostly attacking. He's like, you need to give up your scroll there. And they're like, fuck, they're like, fat chance there. And then they're mostly getting outclassed by Orochimaru. Orochimaru was technically outclassing him at this point. Even Hinata there using her Byakugan there. He's like, oh, a Hyuga there. She might be pretty strong there and stuff. What I should go after, the Byakugan or the Sharingan there. And then mostly, I think Naruto fights there and stuff like that. He gets knocked back. The snake eats him, like in the original series. I think Hinata and Sasuke actually were kind of standing up their ground. I think Hinata will not mostly back down like Sakura did in the original. I think mostly she does her gentle fist. She's like, what you did to Naruto? And then mostly he's like, hey. He's like, come at me, you little Hyuga. I might take the Byakugan also. And then mostly Sasuke's like, get away from her. Boom. And then he's like, ugh. He's like, you're the one I want the most there. And then technically, he's like, and stuff like that. So he mostly was fighting him and stuff like that, mostly pushing him back. Naruto comes back out of the thing. He uses shadow clones like he does in the original series. The snake thing happens the same. Freaking, he comes back. He's like, well, what actually happened there and stuff like that for it. And so he's like, you're just a little pest there. You're just a little pest there and stuff. And mostly, he's like, damn you. And then mostly, technically, I think Naruto was actually fighting. Hinata joins into the mix there and tries to push in, and mostly Hinata gets smacked in the face. She just goes down, and Naruto's seeing that there. He's like, you bastard, and stuff like that. And then he's like, you bastard, he's like, how dare you hit her, and stuff. And then mostly he's seen the Kurama eyes. He's like, and then mostly Orochimaru's like, oh, he's the one that has the nine tails, huh? He's like, he might be such an issue there. So, and then he grabs Naruto there, and he's like, he's like, and then he's like, he grabs the thing, he does a prime prawn seal. He's like, take this, and he mostly hits the Naruto with the prime prawn seal, throws him against the against the wall there. Technically, Hinata there kind of like wakes up there, and she's like, ow, and she's like, what happened there? She didn't completely got knocked out. I think he just kind of like smacked her back, and mostly he's like, Sasuke's like, you're okay, Hinata? And he's like, yeah. She's like, he's like, we need to mostly the fight there. So he puts him in a paralyzed thing, and they're like, damn it, we can't move and stuff. And then he's like, I noticed that there. And mostly he's like, come here. And then Hinata's like, gentle fist, boom, hits Orochimaru. He's like, you might now. Which one I might go after? And then mostly he's mostly extending his neck. He was going after Hinata. Sasuke pushes her out of the way, and he gets bit. It's like, and then mostly Sasuke gets his curse mark there. He gets bit. He's like, I got what I wanted there. Most the other one, maybe I might get later. And then mostly mostly Orochimaru flees. Yato was actually like, oh no, my teammates are down. How I'm gonna do this? Uh, I think Hinata should have mostly stand her ground. Honestly, I think technically she should have stand her ground a little bit. Um, Naruto mostly gains confidence in this one because Yato is mostly healing Naruto there. She's like, and she's like, can't believe that there. And then mostly Naruto's like, damn. He's like, what the heck happened to me? She's like, oh, Naruto, I'm so happy you gained consciousness there. And he's like, yeah, let's go. And so mostly Sasuke is out of the count because he has that curse mark there. He's out of the count. And then mostly Hinata and Naruto was talking to. They're like, how we're mostly gonna fend this off there and stuff, and mostly get Sasuke back in the thing, and mostly Hinata's like, well, we need to get him to the medical team there. He is really hurt there, and he has this mark there. I know he pushed me out of the way just to save me, and he's like, wait, Sasuke saved you? So Hinata's like, yeah, there. I guess he didn't want to hurt his teammates there and stuff. He's like, interesting there, and mostly the Sound Ninja came. They're like, oh, we're gonna take him away there. Naruto and Hinata were mostly in standing fight there. They're ready to fight there. Freaking technically Naruto's in his shadow clones there. Technically Naruto is actually outmatched there because he has the Prime Prawn Seal there. And I think he still gets it there without getting knocked out like he was in the original series. I think he might fight kind of a little bit sloppy because of that. And technically, he was like there, and he's like, and using his more shot clones, and mostly they're knocking him back there. Hinata mostly using her Byakugan there, and she kind of noticed the air palms in the guy's hands there, and he's like, take this, and then mostly was trying to push him back there, mostly getting all that stuff there with the thing. Technically, they're getting outmatched. Mostly words. Mostly guys team there are mostly Hinata or Sakura, Kiba, and Shino. They're like mostly Akamaru was mostly scared, and then she's like, "Wait, what is going on with Akamaru there and stuff?" I she's like, "Wait, what's going on there?" And mostly they see him down there and stuff, and then they're like, and mostly Sasuke's like, and mostly knowing Sakura there, she's like, "We need to help them there." He was like, they're like, you're out of your mind there. Kiba was like saying, she's like, Kiba, I know there and stuff like that. I might put him in a genjutsu there and mostly capture them off guard. I need to get to Sasuke there. I might see freaking Sakura saying, he's like, she's not in it. Mostly he told Sakura, he's like, don't bother with him. He's not part of our team there. He's like, yeah, but damn it. And mostly Hinata and Naruto were mostly standing there, and then mostly Sasuke wakes up from the curse mark there, and he's like, Hinata, Naruto, these guys hurt you? And then he's like, these guys hurt you? And stuff like that, and then they're like, yeah, and then mostly he grabs the guy, like in the original series, busted his arm. He busts his arm there. He busts his arm completely like it happens like in the original series. I really doubt Team 10 would be coming. I really doubt Team 10 would be coming there, really helping their aid. I think Sasuke takes him out pretty easily, and he's like, oh yeah, you're pretty strong there, Chiha, and then most of they leave. I think that plays out the same. Breaks out his arm there and stuff like that. The only thing is there's no bear hug with Sakura in this version. Like, Hinata's not going to give him a bear hug in this version. They might just like seem shocked, and mostly Hinata uses her Byakugan to see what type of power so the curse mark actually has. She's like, wait, what is this type of weird chakra? It's building inside him, but it resolved back and stuff like that. And then I think they get to the tower much earlier. I think they get to the tower much earlier. There, they didn't really encounter the Rain Ninja. They did counter the Rain Ninja. They didn't really got Kabuto's help at this point. There. So technically, they got to the tower pretty quick compared to like the original series. Mostly they got the scroll there from a well. Mostly they got the scroll from well. They actually encountered the Rain Ninja and got the scroll. So and then Aruka comes up there like he does in the original series, like oh so proud of all three of you there and stuff like that, um and then we and then he's like, oh, finally, Naruto's like, finally, we get some ramen there. We can finally relax there. So I think they get there much quicker than like in the original series. I think that's what's going to happen, and mostly they get a little bit more time rest. Um, mostly Hinata and Naruto, I think they kind of like mostly discuss there. They mostly discuss about the thing there. Mostly the Hinata will like alert the third Okage there. I really doubt that. Mostly they get the day before the. Mostly they had. Mostly they get the day before the. Mostly they get a day's rest and then they go into the Chunin exams. So yep, in the next one there, we have the Chunin exams. I think that or not Chunin exams, but we do actually have the next would it so that's pretty much it on this, but the next one we might actually dive right into the fights, the fights of the training exams there, and some parts are going to be a little bit different compared to there. So yep. Comment, rate, more responses to the bros. We like liberals. Please subscribe. Hit the button, kid, for and live streams. Correspond to the bros. Look out, and repeat.